Welcome back. So in this lesson, we're gonna be covering a catch basin in Revit. So basically, we're gonna create a Revit family for a catch basin. So before I get started, I would like to ask you guys to please like, subscribe, and share because I upload BIM modeling tutorials 3 times every week. I cover different topics, as you can see on my playlist. And also, I cover much more interesting topics on my membership. So if you want much more thorough content, you can just join my memberships. And if you want the project files, you can join my Patreon. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with our project. So the template I'm gonna use in this instance, I'm gonna start with modeling the lid, and I'm just gonna use a metric generic model for that. And then the first thing is I'm just gonna establish my reference planes. So I'm gonna place one on each side. And I'm just gonna place some dimensions. So this one I'm gonna offset by, it's gonna be 1066 divided by 2, which is 533. And then this one also is gonna be 533. And then this one, it's gonna be 762 divided by 2, 381. And also this one is gonna be 381. 381. There you go. So let's remove these. And if I go to the front elevation, I'm gonna go to create and say a reference plane. I'm gonna place a reference plane on top, and then the depth of this, I'm gonna change it to 75 millimeters, and then go back to the reference level. So after this, I'm gonna go to create and say extrusion, rectangle, and then I'm just gonna place my rectangle like that, and then let's lock it. So after this, I'm just gonna select my rectangle again, and then I'm just gonna place one like that this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place temporary reference planes, one on each side. So this is gonna help me in terms of applying the array so that I can array multiple rectangles, which can be used as voids for our lid for our catch basin. So from there, I can offset it by, okay, let's see. I'm gonna offset my reference plane by 30 millimeters. Then let's attach this, and then I'm gonna make this 25 millimeters. Or actually, let's make it 10. I think 10 is fine, and then I'm gonna select it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press AR. Or seems like I cannot array. It's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna remove this. It's fine. Let's say finish. Go to the front elevation, and then let's just drag this like that and lock it. Go to the reference level. Let's go to create and say void forms, void extrusion. I'm gonna place a reference plane like we did, this side and also that side. So let's offset this by 30, and then let's offset this by 30. Gonna place my rectangle. Okay, I'm gonna place it right in the middle like that, and then let's offset it from there by 5 millimeters, and then in total it's gonna be 10 millimeters. And then from there I'm gonna offset it by 5. It's fine. And then also at the top, let's offset it by 5. Okay, so let's select this. So it seems like I cannot array. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like that, and then I'm gonna array it after I apply it. So I'm gonna array it. Let's just place a reference plane this side, offset it by 30. I'm gonna select my void, and then array, and then place it like that. So I'm gonna increase the number to, let's say, 25, and say okay, and then I'm just gonna increase it to 30. And then yeah, so if I go to the 3D, let's set this to find this to realistic. This is how it looks. So I'm gonna select and then I'm gonna say edit group, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the front elevation, and then on the front elevation I'm gonna select my void, and then I'm just gonna place it like that, say finish. Okay, I think that doesn't matter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say select all instances visible in view and group, and then cut, and then it's gonna cut my extrusion like that. Okay, so let's select one void, select all instances. We cannot, so I'm gonna select the whole thing, go to filter, check down, and say generic models void, go to the reference level, and then I'm just gonna mirror them towards the other side. So if I go to 3D view, this is how it looks. So I'm gonna just change this to iron, and cast iron, load it in, apply, and then okay. There you go. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna open up a new file, so new family, and then metric generic model again. So I'm gonna place some reference planes. So let's just place some dimensions. Let's make this equal. Let's make this equal. So I'm just gonna change this to width. Say okay, and then let's just change the number to so it's going to be 914 plus 152 plus 152. Okay, and then this one, let's give it a parameter. So it's going to be length. Say okay, and then let's change it to 610 plus 152 plus 152. Oh, let's apply the equal sign there. Press enter. There you go. Okay, so the next thing is I'm gonna place my base first, and let's lock it. Finish, go to the front elevation, and then this base is gonna be 203 millimeter thick. And then let's go to reference level, create and say extrusion, apply the rectangle, place it like that, and then I'm just gonna lock it. And then I'm gonna apply an offset of 152, place it like this, and then right on the inside like that. So it's gonna automatically lock and say finish. And I'm gonna go to the front elevation. I'm gonna drag it towards the top from there. So the height of this entire thing, I'm gonna make it 800 millimeters. And what I'm gonna do is, okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, it's fine. So if I go to, I'm gonna go back to the reference level, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place another um, concrete. So let's say extrusion. Just gonna say pick lines, pick lines, pick lines, pick lines. Finish. Go to the front elevation. I'm gonna drag it towards the top, and then the thickness of this I'm gonna make it 150 millimeters. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to reference level again, create and say sweep, sketch path, and then I'm gonna select my rectangle like this, place it like that. Let's just lock it, and then finish, edit profile, go to the left elevation, and then I'm just gonna draw my profile from there. So I'm gonna start like this. So it's gonna be 152, and then I'm gonna take it up by 75, press enter, and then it's gonna be 76, and then I'm gonna bring it down by let's say 75, which is 37.5, and then place it like that. So I'm gonna say finish, and then if I go to the 3D view, this is how it looks. So I just want to test if our lid is gonna fit right there, but otherwise I'm just gonna change the entire thing to concrete first before I load my cast iron lid in. And so let's change this to just say concrete cast in situ, apply, and then okay. All right, so the next thing is, let's go back to our family that we produced first. So I'm gonna load it in, I'm not gonna save it, and then I'm just gonna place it like that. So if I go to the front elevation and select it, and then I'm gonna drag it towards the top, I'm gonna place it like that. So obviously a thickness, it's a thickness is an issue. So I'm gonna go to, I'm just gonna measure the distance there. So it's 38. So I'm gonna select it, edit, and then go to the front elevation. Let's change this to uh, 38. There you go. Or you can apply some parameters if you want to, but I'm just gonna override it, and then it's gonna be placed perfectly like that. So the next thing is we're gonna create some voids so that the pipe network can go in on each side. So for that, let's go to, let's see, we're gonna go to the left elevation, and then we're gonna go to create and say void forms, void extrusion, and then I'm just gonna place my void somewhere right there, or let's just place a random line that we can offset and use as our basis to place our circle. So let's offset it by 250 from the top of our base, and then place a circle right there. So it's gonna have a radius of 150 and diameter of 300 mils. So finish, go to the reference level, you're gonna drag it towards that side, lock it, drag it towards this side, and then lock it. And then when you go to the 3D view, say cut, select your void, and then select your extrusion, and then it's gonna cut it perfectly like that. So if you want this family, I'm gonna save it right into my Patreon. So yeah, make sure you just subscribe to my Patreon. Okay, so in general, we are done with this. So I'm just gonna go to edit family because I'm under contractors. I think it's the best practice to separate the elements as much as you can in terms of cost. So I'm gonna make this a shared parameter and then load it back in so that we can separate them in terms of the quantities against the concrete. Okay, so yeah, this is it. This is basically our great chamber, and yeah, let me guys know what you think. Obviously, we can parameterize this. So if I go to the left elevation and then say edit extrusion, we can add diameter towards this. Say finish, and then add a parameter and say pipe inlet outlet. Say okay, and then we can change it. Okay, the constraints are not satisfied. Okay, let's see. Let's change this to radius. Let's just name it radius. Let's see, 200. Yeah, it's gonna change. Say finish. So let's see. If I go to radius and change it to 200, apply, and then it's gonna change like that. So it's changed on each side. So there you go. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. So short, sweet, but very efficient, and I hope to see you on the next tutorial. A reminder, if you want this project file, you can just subscribe to my Patreon. And if you like much more interesting and thorough tutorials, you can join my YouTube membership. Or if you have any specific project, you can just reach out to me on my email, because I do some freelancing sometimes. And yeah, please reach out. Peace.